next, Indianapolis hosts New England, with the Patriots having won the last 8 meetings. Can Carson Wentz do something Andrew Luck never did and defeat them? We'll find out on EA Sports.
These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And we are underway from Indianapolis. Here's Isaiah Rodgers. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. So that a nightmarish start to a football game as they give the ball away on the opening kickoff.
And they put their defense in a bind right away. They have to go into protect mode.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. So let's take a look here at the key inactives. And, Charles, I guess you get this late in the year, you expect to see some guys populating on this list.
You're exactly right. No one's happy about it, but it really shouldn't be a surprise. So the guys who are playing in their spots, in their stead, they have to step up now and make big plays for their team.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Stevenson is into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Rodgers on the return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Colts offense ready to go here for the first time. And the former Philadelphia Eagle turned Indianapolis Colt Carson Wentz set to take over here at the controls in his first year in Indianapolis.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz, that's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here's Wentz to throw. And Pascal's got it. And he is going to have a Colts first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now Wentz on third down. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw here pulled in by Hilton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Play action. Now Wentz. This is Miller, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Christian Barmore in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Wentz now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. Badgley able to knock this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from arm, incomplete. Now it's third down. Now Jones. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on, a big call coming on third down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The AFC's Pro Bowl punter last year, Jake Bailey, on to punt for New England, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. .37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film, just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Wentz's throw taken in by Pascal. That catch good for only a couple.
Partner, it took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
2nd and 8 coming up. Now Wentz. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Wentz will give to Taylor on the draw. And brought down, but the juke. Very nice juke. Gives him a 1st down yardage there.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The 3rd running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, 3rd most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
On 1st down, Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 2-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. On the return is J.J. Taylor. And he returns this to the 22. New England's offense set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2 minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7, our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete there to Smith. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing, Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there for the Patriots.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 13-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run with Stevenson. Stops short. Down at the 1. Down the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. Again, Stevenson. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Now Folk for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was polished off by a Ramondre Stevenson touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here's Rodgers to return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. Wentz now on 1st down. And fights him off. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start out west at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Patrick Mahomes, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, we're out to check out another game. And they were losers in their ball game as they fall to the visiting Washington football team. Taylor Heineke, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. And finally, on Monday Night Football, we wrap up Week 15 with the Vikings and Bears from Soldier Field, a good one in the NFC North. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for New England. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Colts, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taylor now from the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how's he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Stevenson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Jones now on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And what a great call defensively there because they decided to bring pressure off the corner. And a lot of times, those big linemen, they can't account for the speed of a defensive back. And that time, he made a beeline right for the quarterback and got him. The cat blitz, tough to defend.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Taylor. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Wentz. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Dietrich Wise in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. We got the lead here in the second half. That's the last penalty you want to commit.
And they were getting the ball. Why are you going after the punter there? Just take the football and keep going.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. They run with Hines, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
Wentz going to give this to Taylor, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Wentz. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Christian Barmore in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. On the handoff, Stevenson. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Wentz now on 1st down. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Just keeping the... And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Carson Wentz. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Taylor now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So now Jones and the Patriots down 17-14, a minute 12 to go. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Jones. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's 3rd. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Jones. And that's incomplete. score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. Room here to run. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taylor now from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. New England trying to get a place on offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
That catch good for only a couple. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. To throw is Jones. Gets this to Myers, and he's brought down, and they took a big shot there. It pays off. A solid gain downfield. Now Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though, a few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the 4th quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So for Indianapolis, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for New England, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.